6 on the dot. We get it, right? Yeah, yeah. Literally like 6 on the dot. Right on time. Hilarious. I haven't done anything to set up my stream, so like just give me a minute. Last time we streamed, it was a nightmare. Everything went horribly. Disco had an update and then was just crashing. Everything was going super poorly on like that regard. We tried then playing a different game, which was also crashing. We tried changing stream settings. We tried changing game settings. Still a nightmare. So hopefully we've figured it out at this point and can actually play video games again. I put new thermal paste on my CPU. I updated game drivers. Basically did every little thing I think I could have done to improve things. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I need to post on the Discord to say that I'm live. Get my Twitch link, post it there. We're not doing a Twitter because I accidentally unlinked it and I don't want to deal with that right now. So then, yeah. And the last time we recorded, we didn't upload to YouTube because I forgot. So I need to make sure I do that at the end of stream today. But we're good. We should be good. We can do the stream. Oh, right. I also have to do this. Almost can do the stream. Gotta do more finagling. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff's weird. Stuff was running weird last night. I was also like having a bad day. So when my computer just straight up blue screened, I couldn't handle it anymore and was just like, I'm done with the stream. We just like went and like ate some ice cream and like tried to relax for the rest of the night. It was pretty miserable. So hopefully that is dealt with and we can actually have a nice chill stream today. It's hard to have the chill tag when like things weren't chill last time. But yeah, let's get started for the day. Ice cream was good though. Yeah, ice cream was good. I changed some setting and made like the text bigger so I didn't have to like read it as hard. I like strain my eyes as much to like read it. It's like a lot bigger. It's a little obnoxious. But yeah, let's get to it and let's play some video. And do whatever. I already noticing my cursor's gone. No cursor. There it is. I was clicked off the game. Let us... yeah, I did hop in this to make sure it was like running. I did notice like a little bit of like jank happening that never happened before. Like a little itty bitty lag spikes here and there. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that's about. It's not stream related because I wasn't doing it in stream, but it's like little lags that didn't exist are now like happening. So like I don't know if that's related to me updating my graphics drivers or not. I'm assuming that's what's causing it, but there's probably some setting that like I had looked into and like customized that got redone by updating the drivers. And then now, like, because my stuff is like current drivers, cool, but like not optimized for like a crappy old computer. We'll see how this goes. Already not going great. I got like the Windows loading thing. Is this just cursed? Can I like not play games and stream anymore? We in? Are we in? Things are happening? Hearing sounds? Okay. You see what I mean about like stuff being like more jank for like no reason? I don't know what's going on. Like even zooming out, like my map like lagged. And it's not the stream, it's like my game. I don't know. But like right there, boom, lag. Like it's really weird. Don't know what's going on with that. So I had the idea of maybe talking to these guys might help us get Isabel to sign the thing. That was like 2 days ago. But we'll just play the game for now and play the stream for now. And then like, if stuff's still like jank, I might roll back my drivers. And then like for tomorrow. But I just kind of ran out of time today because I had other things going on. So like, I looked into this for like 2 hours.
Tequila sunset.
But like, that's the only amount of time I could spend on it. So I'll maybe have a little more time tomorrow. We'll see. We wanted this guy to tell us a story, and we clicked this, and the game died. So let's do this.
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Yeah, tell me about your name.
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
Is this gonna cost me a lot?
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
What?
Booze. Did you already forget our part?
I got 2 booze on me.
The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? Bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Yeah.
Not much, but it will do.
Grabs the bottle from my hand and uncorks it immediately.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
The other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansaric tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
Okay.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
Oof.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Reality was looking rather grim just then.
How wet?
Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up.
Okay.
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
I feel like telling him like, what, that's it, is like kind of super rude. No. Telling someone to look on the bright side is maybe the one I might pick, but like, look, you got this crazy story out of it. And then blaming him. This one's actually good. Cause what did he work there? I'm gonna click this one.
This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my fault that I ended up homeless on the beach with these two bums. God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Why'd you keep losing stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
A lost jacket? Sounds like a mystery you could look into.
A jacket.
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
You mean this poop one?
Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style.
Just think there's another jacket?
It's a big world out there, Tequila. Lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole the other week?
Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing fawn, like some low-concept bicycle courier. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket. Someday.
I guess we secret task complete.
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles.
Any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Here's some of this wine.
Classy. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinaise. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran.
Okay.
There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? A headless man, wearing a fawn tracksuit, riding a horse. That's right, it's the headless fawn rider. Rumored to be searching for his legendary fawn cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Oh, I have a figurine.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless fawn rider riding on the back of another headless man.
Spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit again. And she's one of the lucky ones. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless fawn rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of
Kim's
46.
interested.
Ulla de Pont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ulla turns around to reach for the tackle box. When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless fawn rider looming on the horizon. Ulla makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What the Kim?
Naturally, Ula De Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless fallen rider and that she ran, fearing for her life. During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Was she arrested?
No, she committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling. Not a pretty scene.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed. Anyway, that's the story of the Headless Fallen Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
Who was the writer?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though.
Okay.
Some say he was an undercover cop who blew
Milksteak,
his cover
what?
and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
Who just joined someone's chat and just says Milksteak MM? What am I supposed to gain out of that, Jan? So hey, how's it going?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline. Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
You're tired. Your day's going okay, but you're tired. You slept bad last night and worked long. Cal says I gained milk steak. I also slept bad last night. Sorry that you had a bad night's sleep and that work was long. Long in like a good, you did a lot of work kind of way, or long as in like something bad happened and like it was like just a long day dealing with it.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
It's because you put your antiperspirant on, it keeps you up at night. See, I had Talos coming up to my face and just smacking it like every 30 minutes from midnight to 6 a.m. So I slept in a little extra this morning as long as I could. After Kelly woke up, he went and started harassing her at work. Why does your antiperspirant keep you up at night? Let's see. Your theory sounds the most plausible. Yeah, sure.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right.
It's not like a good reason, but like just because something's plausible doesn't mean it has to be the case. Work was just a long day. Had to do observations for signal timing in the morning. That kept you busy till 5. Your antiperspirant is weird and sticks for like 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds weird. Talos is a good boy. Yeah, he's the best.
Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
Nah, I don't want to like one up him.
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Got any more?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
I don't.
If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
Alright.
Okay, let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about.
Tim wants to talk about this guy? You put it on at night and it dries and fills your armpits. Seems weird, but alright. It lasts 2 weeks. Yeah, it's super weird. Tim, let's step away. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Oh, wait. I do want to drop a hard save, because last time was crashy. Just drop a hard save. No quick save in here. Okay.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
What?
I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it up.
Regular cop, regular clothes.
The lieutenant regards you for a moment, unsure whether you're making a joke or not. And if so, you should acknowledge it.
I just got an achievement that popped up that just said, what did it say here? Unbelievably boring fuck. Say 7 incredibly boring things.
Right, detective. You are one regular cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
Kim's telling us to, like, game the system. It's designed for 72 hours of excessive sweating, but you don't really sweat a lot from your pits, so it lasts forever. Don't you, like, wash your armpits in the shower? Or do you not do that because you have that on? Let's be buddies.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective. Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
That was like the big important thing you pulled me away from? That's weird, Jan. I don't know what to do with that info.
Friend, do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Oh, I never actually talked to, like, these other guys. I wasn't expecting them to be, like, a thing. Deals? It's good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed.
Fuck?
And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
I take amphetamines, but, like, all they do for me is make me feel like I can exist. Not really speed. Good ol' Adderall. Amphetamine?
Aye. By amphetamine, I mean speed.
Alright. Thought by speed you meant amphetamine.
Aye. That's what I said.
Got it.
Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Why is that one $300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
Is it like Drysol or something? Growing up, that stuff was put on your hands and feet for sweat. Certain dry. It's meant for pits. You guys always have the most relevant conversations in the chat. You know? We always do. Just real odd topic. I didn't know that existed, though. That is neat.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
Yeah, I'm just joking, Jan. Helped out. I know I asked, because I'm interested. That does sound weird, though. Neat.
What?
Keep him talking.
Okay.
This guy. Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
What?
I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
What? It's a good tip.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Snakes or intestinal worms?
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Sure.
Well done. You got it.
Did it. Felt like shit. A few hours, though. I thought I was dying from carbon monoxide poisoning, but I think I was just dehydrated and tired.
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Sure.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop.
In a civilized world,
I like that.
it's custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
I really like the fucking game just being like, yeah, this will kill you, so because we have this stat, we're just gonna put it here, and it's sellable. Oh, so these items earn me money? That's all they're good for? I'm not even gonna get to do anything with the production schedule filament? I guess I haven't tried it since that lady told me the password for the other thing. Maybe I'll go do that. It's only worth $6 though. Grumble's an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't call Abigail.
Alright, that was those 3. They didn't really help me with her too much.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him.
I'm not interested in these children. There's nothing to do? I forgot to pee before stream again. I have to go.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Yeah.
I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help?
Kel said not to ever use suggestion too, so I guess my only option is to like morally be corrupt and like forge her signature. Right? That was like the pop-up we had was like go somewhere private and do it yourself. Dehydration is crazy sometimes. What was the game of 2021? Throwing out that conversation. Moral corruption, PogChamp. You want me to be morally corrupt? Alright, sure, whatever. I'm easily swayed. I have no qualms about doing it in this game. Like the best game in 2021? Yeah, like the... So like, Kelly and I were looking at like lists last night of like what places were saying like what's the best game in 2021 and so on, and like literally one of the things just had like a bunch of games from like 2019 and like way back when, so that theirs was like their personal best. But I'd be curious to know what your personal best game of 2021 and then what you think was actually the best game of 2021. Game crash? I don't know what happened that made everything so unstable. Now we're in? It's insanity. Like look at all this loading in. Why is this small room so hard to load in? What are we doing? Alright, and we want to be morally corrupt.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction.
Oh, we can find a loophole.
In the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Watch me just get like fucking double ones on that. Anyway, we can boost our logic just ever so slightly higher. Let's see here. No. Okay. Yeah, we're doing that. I wish I had done that sooner.
You take the legal
Oop.
documents out of it. There is no
Nice.
loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Can I do something?
Well, you could trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will be already concluded. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
Okay, I just get anybody to sign it. Who cares? Screw Everett, right? You don't think you played a game that came out last year? I've played quite a few indie games that all came out last year. You think It Takes Two was Game of the Year? Yeah, I saw that one won it at the, VGAs or whatever they call it now. And then, you played Rise, Dread, Psycho 2. I don't know what any of those are. And you still think It Takes Two? Alright. What's Rise, Dread, and Psycho 2? What are those games? I assume those are 3 games and not just one title with a bunch of commas. Yeah, like, what is this? We were not getting these horrible load-ins before. Something about updating my drivers really screwed this. Some setting I had changed to make things run smoother is now, like, not in effect, and this is not running smooth. Monster Hunter Rise, Metroid Dread, and Psychonauts 2. Ah. I played Metroid Dread out of that list.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Do Do you have GeForce drivers, Jan? Because I have a GeForce like graphics card, right? So I updated my drivers for that, and like now everything's kind of running poopy. Nah, you have AMD. Dang.
Tequila Sunset.
You guys sign this?
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
Need some hardware monitoring software to help me diagnose. Yeah, I mean, before I think I was like fiddling with them myself to get things to run smoother. And like, yeah, but yeah, no idea, but this is running way worse than it's ever has run before. Could be the update it had, could be me updating my drivers. Who knows?
All right.
Grabs my pen, paper in hand, scrolls on the dotted line. Lillian Carter, idiot doom spiral. I want my pen back.
Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman,
No!
I keep the pen. For my trouble.
My sweet gorilla pen.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. This had better be worth losing the pen for. My favorite was the gun he lost.
Jeez, Handai.
Hey guys, I'm a hero.
Hell yes!
Don't call Abigail.
Thank you for your help. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw a mailbox on the platter.
Got it. Yeah, rip gorilla pen. The fuck? Need some hardware on it, just reinstall Windows, fresh install fixes every software related. Dude, I don't want to reinstall Windows, that's so much. Plus, like, I can't, basically. I used the, like, one Windows pass I had from ASU, so, like, you don't get to do that again. Right? Boom. Yeah, let's go shove it in the mailbox that we've been putting. Yeah, I do it like every 4 months. That's why my Windows was you can convert it. That wasn't
The
a
dented
complete
yellow
thought, Jan.
mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
You ended up getting a new SSD dedicated to Windows to make troubleshooting easier so you can reinstall Windows without losing much. Yeah, that's smart. I don't have a separate drive right now on my old PC. I knew we'd get to do this.
Yes, for sending mail.
Nice.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters.
How do I go about the reinstall if I like don't have a physical or anything copy? Do I just go to like my Windows folder and just be like, yeah, redo all this?
About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Alright, back to Everett. Let's see, in it, you can do it with Windows. Yeah, but at that point, when I like lose just everything, like look at this just chugging along. It's never done that before. Super weird. So like I'll have to like re-download all of the games, re-download Streamlabs, re-download everything. Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass. I'd rather just troubleshoot and figure it out myself at that point. I've done it before. Do it again. Yeah, look at this. This is super weird. And it's probably too just like a simple like messing with something in the driver settings. It's probably not that hard of a
The
fix.
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out. The drawer slides.
You think my method's a pain in the ass? Yeah, I guess it depends. Like you having a separate drive so nothing is affected by the reset, really, other than Windows, makes it less of a pain in the ass. Me, I got everything on one drive right here on this old thing, so I would lose everything. I'd probably have to do it on like a weekend, I guess, would be the thing, and then like do it on like a Friday and then spend the weekend like reinstalling and setting everything back up. That way I could at least like stream. But like, I don't know. This is annoying though. This is very annoying. But I'm like glad it's at least working, which is better than yesterday. But like, this is just chugging. Is it like, I don't know. Lower this. Lower this. Will that help? Like, doesn't seem like it's helping. Let's try the rhetoric this door since we're here.
Back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here.
Oh, that's like a lot higher. We might be able to slap some clothes on and get that open. Anything with rhetoric? Come on, have something. One gives me +1 rhetoric. Slap that boy on. Oh, I had quite a bit of things that gave me logic. I just gave up looking because I got impatient.
You're back before the cargo container.
Alright, 58. Let's try.
If anything, despite the
Nice.
depth that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello.
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
The fuck?
You can't be serious.
I was just doing this on a whim. What is it? What is this path we're going down? Yeah, it seems like the game's like loading in is like way worse for whatever reason. I'll have to fuck around with something. It's probably like GeForce trying to like run games through GeForce or something. It's probably something to do with GeForce 100%. What the absolute fuck? Is my hard drive full? No. It's like half.
The man stands at the far end of the ship.
Less than half?
container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, an echo.
Yeah, what's happening right now?
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
We failed that super hard.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
But you can see his body appears composed, sharp summer suit, and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
I'm very confused.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual.
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
I have body. What are you doing?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Surens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clair, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
We're here, I guess, because that's what Encyclopedia wants. Yeah.
A fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Oh, he doesn't like asking for money. I'm glad I didn't ask him for money like a dumbass. Yeah.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
It does sound pretty tiresome.
Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
Ah, so you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle? No, that's not what he's saying. Now that we've sorted that, let me ask you something.
Go right ahead.
How did you become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
If you have enough money to physics stop applying to you, apparently.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like?
I gotta tell you, at first, Being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Yeah, it's its own reward.
Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, whacking each other with bones.
I can bring out the monkeys fighting on a ball.
Exactly. A world of slavery and violence, which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital. Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on? That's what you need to
Something strange. You look different.
Are you talking about my chin?
Something with the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
Oh, so there you go. The dude is so rich that physics don't apply to him. There you go.
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Oh, Kim doesn't see the time warp distortion.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
Should we ask him for money? He said he doesn't like it. But I've been asking all the rich people for money.
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money. This shines a bad light on the RCM, if you catch my meaning.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite. So, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Yeah, it kind of gets me almost nothing. Like, thank you, but like at the same time, I also want to answer your question.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Oh, fuck me. Alright.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
Alright, let's conceptualization outfit. Let's see what we got going on here. Put that. well, we got +2. Let's toss down a quick save in case this is like one of those dialogues that's like we'll fuck it up permanently.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Ah, that's pretty high.
Before you
Oh, this is a red check and cannot be retried. So this is one that arguably I should just walk away from and come back later. But instead of doing that, maybe we'll just sit and save scum it. So let's see what happens.
Deploy
Don't need to.
concept a buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most. The children.
Should invest in the youth center.
youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
Huh.
Tell him what he wants to hear.
This one?
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
If that doesn't work out, can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thanks.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of seed. This
Nice.
should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground. Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment, and I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly,
Kim.
and closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Kim?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises. Most of them bad, but some good.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't let your satisfaction show. Play it cool.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
No, that's good.
That's fine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment. Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
I like out of touch is that guy that he thinks like $100 will get people. Wait, what was my money? Do I have 1 trillion real? Do I just have infinite wealth at this point? Wait, what? What's happening? I like just looked in the bottom right corner at my money stat and it like was a bunch of numbers. It went down as you walked away. Yeah, it like went to negatives and stuff, didn't it? Okay. That was weird. Alright, let's put on our magic clothes. Again, that's all we had. Alright. Well, we got $100. Imagine how like out of touch you gotta be with society that you think like $100 is gonna help someone like start like a business. Your worth is higher when you're around rich people. It's not dollars though. Yeah, it's like, what was it? Like 1,000 real is like 10,000. No. Yeah, like 1,000 real is like $10,000 or something. Like that's the ratio difference, right? Or is it like lower than that? This is not a fishing rod, is it? Yeah, it's a gun, blatantly. Hey Everett.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course, I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a bright future, and you've proven yourself someone I can trust. Someone I can really do business with. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
Can I get my gun?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Is it the cleaning lady?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Wave it around?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Okay, someone mentally unstable.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the guy to be killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
Which Spartan and Reach is my favorite. Though I have started to play the Halo games multiplayer with a friend. He's playing on Xbox and I'm playing on PC, so we're for some reason not able to play the campaign together. So I have never played through any Halo campaign ever. Period. I have no idea.
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, Even the moralists think they're in bad taste. Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear.
Oh, we got a goose in here. Hi, goose. Real quick, little pet. Little goose pet. There we go.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Alright, that's good to know. So why are you telling me?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Uh...
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi.
What's up?
There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samarin Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it.
Goose? Goose, why you got so much to say? Sorry that your life's that way, Goose.
All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Kel, Goose is in here saying that you're not laying on the couch for her to lay on you, and she's upset.
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez. Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Like, if this is sarcastic, then, like, I like this answer, but if it's not sarcastic, I don't.
Harry, the length you're willing to go to keep your nose clean is remarkable. You will always have a warm bed in Mr. Clare's household, my friend, and a special place in the future of Martinez. We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Goose? Why are you yelling so much? What's going on? Why are you upset, Goose? Okay. This poor Goose, so upset.
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
Great, Harry, great. I think we've truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We've united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
Yeah, ask the Hardys to cooperate.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Okay. Maybe that's the thing we've been waiting for with the Hardy Boys. Would we do Skooma? No. I see how fucked up all those Oblivion characters are. And what, Bruma? I want to pump Logic. I'm having a fun time with the Logic. When Logic chimed in to be like, no, don't do this video game thing, I don't care. I'm breaking the wall. Goose. Goose, what are you doing? Do you guys hear this Goose on mic? Is she being picked up screaming this loud? Goose. Goose, why you just did my room yelling? Alright. What a good goose. Goose. Goose, why is your life so complicated? I don't know, you're just a goose? I wonder why she's in here yelling at me. What are you doing, Kel, that's making Goose come in here and tattle? Kelly ate too many beans. I don't think she ate a burrito today. But maybe that's what Goose is telling me. You're out there eating burritos, just stuffing beans down your gullet. Goose. That's what I thought. You drank a protein drink with milk in it? Oh, you had one of those today? Dude, what is going on with the game? Like it, ugh. Yeah, I gotta mess with my stuff. So this was volition. No, what is this stat check? Goose, what is it?
The file cabinet stands steady as
The
ever.
stack I
And
thought.
the unlocked drawer slides
Oh, I
out
had to put a point into volition. Some of the ones have just been working on level ups, so it's a bit disappointed that one doesn't. Alright, well we should be able to do the Hardy Boys now. I think Goose just wants to be famous. Well, it's gonna be hard to be famous with just you, me, and Jan here. Cue the Total Drama Island opener, but it's just Goose. Right, Goose? Yeah. So precious. Much Goose. I should go get my gun back before I progress any of this. Old lady in an apartment. So we know where the apartments are, so we just gotta go to the old lady. But we never met anyone with that other than the old cleaning lady. So maybe it's her. There's her, and the only other old lady we know is one of the lorry drivers. And the way they described it didn't sound like her. Oh, but Everett set up a time thing, so then talking to them is actually what I'm supposed to do.
It's you again. What is it?
That's locked. I have to put a point into authority. We do this now?
behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
No.
It's you again. What is it?
Goose? Me never told he promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Everett's his pop.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
And so now we can try this again, but we have a -4. Okay. So let's put on the authority outfit and see where we can get that stat, maybe? So first, get rid of this. None of those. Who's that? Alright. What authority clothes do we have? Increase our authority. We just not have any authority clothes. This is why I hate this, like, this. Like, these should be authority clothes for sure. Literally nothing gives us authority. Alright, we'll put on our... we'll put this on, and this, and this, and these. We'll just take off our pants. Alright, there we go, authority. Alright.
It's you again. What is it?
That's pretty high chance. Alright. We're gonna save scum this just because I'm tired of having to keep doing this shit over and over again. And I do not want to put a point into authority if I can avoid it. But I feel like we're not gonna get a better chance than
It's
this.
you again. What is it?
Here we go.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad.
Yeah, the game is arguably like making me want to save scum because then it's like, okay, so like this is my only lead next to I have a thing at night. So like the only thing I have to do is sit here and save scum. And so I don't know, this might trigger events that can give us more opportunities ideally. So we're kind of running low on options. If I hadn't spent the entire time of like yesterday doing side quest stuff, then maybe, but like at this point I have nothing else to do, so I can't gain XP to get a point in authority to do this again. So
This time it's going to work.
just kind of feels bad, especially because of whatever the weird issue is causing the loading times to be longer, it feels like, and a bit sketchier. So I'll have to look into that for sure. I bet it's Windows. It's some sort of like update between Windows and the GeForce drivers that are just causing it to like be upset with each other. Because for some reason, like everything doesn't work well with Windows anymore.
This time it's going to work.
This time I'm going to fucking keep trying this. You know, it'd probably give you more authority. The fucking googly eye frog hat. I bet that would give you authority.
It's you again. What is it?
As you look around,
We did it. First try.
men swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10
Two.
Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties. while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju, with an O.
Oh, the lady we met at the beginning of the game. The one who's on the roof right now.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Alright.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks oddly.
Goose, why are you trying to get back behind the modem?
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent.
Let's just keep being super awkward.
What do you think I meant?
Karaoke.
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it? No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
You don't know her. Good boy. Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Okay. Well, probably would have been good if we just save scum that authority thing like before. That would have helped us a lot. Now let's like put our clothes back on. What are we missing? Got the wrong necktie. Gloves, we would like to have these ones. Glasses, these ones. And then this one. Oh, and we should take off our racist hat. There we go.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense.
What's happening?
You blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
What?
I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense? This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Okay, that was weird. Kim wants to chat. We'll chat over here, Kim. Hello.
Officer, what was that? Yes. Yes.
The
victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Jeez.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. Okay, that's manageable. So she overheard you, or did you party together? Anything else?
Yeah.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
No.
We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
Your brain just interrupted what you were doing to insult your pants. You took that as an insult? It was telling you my pants are pretty normal. What's wrong with that? That's not an insult.
Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Ah, fuck. Alright. And her door is locked.
Hey, was there some...
Oh, yeah.
Hey, was there something you got the 20 real? Then why are you...
I just wanted to tell him, like, eat dick, I'm not staying here anymore. But I guess not. How's the sound settings been? Because, like, I had to reset up the ducking, and I had to reset up my, like, suppressor and, like, gate on my mic and stuff as well. Or is, like, the stream just been running so broken for you, Cal, that you don't even know? He's my favorite Overwatch character. I don't know, one of the ones I've probably seen more porn of on the internet. More Rule 34 content. I don't know. I don't know about Overwatch. I don't know who's good or what I would play. Never played the game. I think there's a monkey. I like that there's a monkey character.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
One of us hit the part up monkey. Yeah. Now that was the porn one's a joke answer. I don't know who that is. But I don't know. I don't know who's good or like what's like, I don't know, the meta is, or even who all the characters are, pretty much.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
There's squeaky goo sounds for a while, but now they're gone. Yeah, we took care of that one.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels, or anything else interesting. it seems. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle,
The
next to
goose.
pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Necra. Necra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
We got some electrochemistry clothes. We can boost that. What kind of cool drugs are in here? Put on these pants. Put on these gloves. Put on this. Right.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper.
Hey!
It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Interesting. We do get another point here, I guess. I'm gonna keep dumping logic, I think. I think I want to be the fat logic character. And after I dump logic, I'm gonna dump perception.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush, and a bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
I don't really want the drugs. Thanks, electrochemistry, for XP at least. Why did that ding so weird? Let's put our clothes back on. Grab that. Grab our... What else do we have? Just these pants? I don't really want that. Normal pants. And that's it. Alright, let's do a quick F5. And let's go up the stairs. Her room is a lot smaller and terrible than mine, unless there's like a bedroom up here. But this leads like up to a door straight out to the roof, then terrible. Okay, small bedroom. Bed's been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, No hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
That was it, apparently. Yeah, we're on a new lead here. No, we're not a druggy alcohol boy anymore. We drank ourselves into being a new person. Tequila Sunset is actually sober. The name's like a joke, you know.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Probably for the best. Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols are not a toy to be waved around.
What can we do with this?
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
No, the sun is set on tequila, that's what the name means. Yeah, only gin and whiskey now.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none. The feeling recedes. Wait,
Aw, damn it.
Have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
Oh, I wanted that Shivers thing. I fucked that up super hard. I didn't know which one to pick.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark. Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper? Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Okay.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Euphrator. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, A wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. No, still a mini investigation.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
Physical instrument? We got some stuff for that. Let's see. Tank top. Yeah, I'm thinking pain threshold might actually be good to have right now. Just because if we kick the door, it might hurt our foot. Our poor little toesies. I think that's it. I don't think we got anything else. We just had that tank top. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what happens.
The same small.
At 3%. And we only get this on a double six. 3, 2, 1, double six.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right. Let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Alright, well, didn't get in there. Alright, let's put our weird shiver power clothes on. Alright, let's talk to her.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Yeah, like, if you think about, like, my health is like a percentage where I have 100% of my health, I just took 50% of my health from kicking that door. I'm bloodied with that.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Yeah, Disco Infernium.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
Huh.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say.
Yo,
Shoulders are
if you want me to pick an option, you gotta hop in the chat quick, and I'll just pick it because I don't really care. So, 'cause I like the chaos of that.
It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters. She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Fair enough.
Clasier Amondu.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
I'm 28.
What do you do?
Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world. That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through.
Creepy.
Before they plunge into full core humanity and world saving.
Yeah, what do you do with that?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
And how do you make the money? Money's important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Take a look at your passport.
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Yeah, that's not why, though.
It's also why I hid it.
Why, yes.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry. The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry, this has nothing to do with your investigation.
And these people?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect. Phew.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic
The fuck just happened to the world?
Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the Coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower. They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Is this your milk on the ground, ma'am? Why are you spilling milk?
Nothing. If you're no longer there. The record. So official.
Nice room.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. You tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. I've been wondering myself, but I'm light of foot. Not a good door kicker. It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
You got a lot of drugs.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
How did you amass it?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically. Very funky. Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Want to talk to her about her room again?
Yeah. I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
She looks at you and nods.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it? Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Are you sure? this.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know... hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Yeah, what happened?
We partied. With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, you'd still be hanging there.
Or like wires in the wires. What?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie. He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Alright. So, Titus asked you to lie?
Pretty much.
Warning them.
Okay. And you're sure?
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
No one deserves that.
I'm sure there is one person in the world who does. I mean, there are so many people. But let me make this clear. The man who was hanged from that tree did not rape me.
The wording, the verbal eye roll. She's almost disgusted with the platitude you served up.
Oh, dang. Alright, whatever. Thank you for telling us all this.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Let's go. We can't open that door, so who cares? Kim, try kicking it. Kick this door, Kim.
Small, heavy door.
I'm gonna have to get some stats if I want to get through that door. Maybe we're gonna be pumping logic and perception instead. Some other playthrough, I guess. Down the line. I just realized